Good welcome to Martinez Design. In this IBC design that we're working on, a 4-bedroom bungalow, which is probably meant for US citizens to work with. So maybe if at this level you feel able to model this, but you are thinking of, okay, how are you going to make it a working drawing proper, based on the fact that this is how the plus looks like. So what do you need to do is that I want to quickly teach you how to structure all these things and make sure that the elevation, everything is in good order, that you are not going to have a lot of what is it called, clashes together. So let's go there. First, let's start from this particular one, because I want to dimension it now, and I'm going to do that by all these things are there. So first I need to do, I retain everything here, because I may probably want to be editing things in later on. So I'm going to duplicate this particular page. I say come to right click and then says duplicate the view with what. You can just duplicate the view. You may not have the details, so that we not go along with everything. So it want to come with only the model. But if it's moving in detail, you are going to catch all the annotate and everything. So it depends on your choice. So I'm going to go with only the duplicates. So now all the details, that's one, all the arches here, they are all gone. Look at it from this level one. You see now, but there's no more there. But you can copy it by selecting this, only this, or whatever annotate that you need again. So that all the lines that are not relevant to nobody, all the annotate functions are not going to follow it. So you say copy to clipboard, then you come to this place and say paste to the current view. So everything back to the base. So that's it. Now you are seeing all these things and you don't need them again. What are you going to do? Two things. You now hide them, the category at this, only this few. That's what we're going to do. Select all instance, say select all instance in this view, or you say add the category. You may not select all instance, just add the categories. Everything that is same with will be gone. Can you see? So you focus your attention on only this one. So the same thing you can do with all this one as well. So hide all this category at this particular, hide all the category. Everything that is assembled that will be gone. So when you go back to level 1, you maintain everything, but on this view is no more there. So you can use now this one, you name it as well as a working view. So what do? You rename it. So what will you do? Call it down. You call it level 1. Just call it level 1 working. So just say in that manner. That's okay. I think with that is okay. Now you start your cropping by moving on the region. So you start your cropping completely, so you'll be able to base and face only that part. Now you do this. I think we're done. So it's done now. You can just go off the clip. And you see okay. Now this is there. So you may not need the shadow of the shadow. Now everything is still there on this one, but only this one we are manipulating and get the view right. So we got this right. So we are here now, everything is in order. So what I want to do to this one now is that I want to work with some certain independence. So first I need to do to rotate this, because I want it to be on the slant level. I don't want it to be like this, that's vertical, because when I want to take it to paper, the paper might look somehow. Because I just going to demonstrate only one here. So what we do is that you go back and put on this crop region, and you click on the crop region and say rotate. Now look at the copy, make sure you are not copying it, because if you do that, it's going to be completely duplicating the copy part. So only I want to rotate the only one view. So now I want to rotate it. If you rotate it in this direction, this one will come to this point. So I'm going to go in this way, anti-clockwise. Now we say 90 degrees, which is okay. So it gave me, come to the parts in which I want. So entrance is at this level. So if you go to the clockwise, we will get it that way. If you go at the clockwise, we're going to get it in another position. So now we're going with this. So you say click save by saying zoom the region. I'll be zoom to fit, sorry, zoom to fit. So now let's quickly go to dimension and do what we need to do. Now you go to the modify or come to annotate, depends on the one you want to use. So I will prefer to use annotate, and I'm going to say align. So let me first of all check with the grid aspects. So what am I having? I'm having a millimeter, which is what? A matrix. So you may decide to leave it in this way if you want a detail, but we don't want that one. What you just need to do is to just delete it. And what you say? You say go to, how will I call it now? Go to view. So in view, no, not using in view. I think it's in the analysis. No, it's in manage. I think manage. Yes, project information and things like that you need to work on. So project information, you see everything, the details and whatsoever you want to create, and join the forces together on that level. So you come to how will I call it now? Come to view. At your view, you are seeing feasibility graphics, which is going to hide a lot of things together with what we are creating. So when you come to modify, this one allow you to use any kind of the managing area. So when you come to manage, you still see a lot of functionality of this exposed area, and those are the things that you use in some of the things you are actually work on. So architecture, it gives you all these things. So in all this way, I want to change this one from normal. I'm not going to put now. I don't want my unit to be in a matrix, but I don't want to go back and start propagating the template. I just want to convert direct from where I am now to. So what do I need to do? Just press UN. So you press UN on that, which is project unit. So you can discover your project unit too at I'm gonna put it now at your manage. There's a manage. Your project unit should be somewhere here. If you do not see, look at the view. So if there is no project units, do not bother yourself. Just press UN and everything will pop up together. So it depends. I think it's hidden somewhere. Project unit inserts cannot be the system, not so structure. Collaborate is hidden somewhere, but is that here or is there? So just look around, but just project unit is what you need. So UN will do the needful of it. So what I need to do is to change the distance. So I understand. So I mean, you can change the length. It's length that you are going to work on, not distance. So instead of me having millimeter, I'm going to use feet. Only feet is okay by me. So I'm not going to use decimal place. I don't need it. So just click OK. So when you want to check now, you can just like do modify, then click anyone, then you look at it. So you can imagine that is 14 feet. So that's how you can convert that. So let's quickly dimension that and use the feet and stable like that. And if you want it to reflect inches, just let finish, then we go back there and go and edit it in that way. So first you need to select from the wall faces. So the wall face is more easy there, 17 feet by 12 feet with this 6 feet. So here too. So the pure thing is that this one manage this dimension for you in a very neat spacing, unlike that one that will have in a how many digits, like 4 decimal places, or if you don't even have decimal places, like 4 significant number, which is very high. So but this one is more simple and straightforward. So you can just like use this one to gain your attention and do the needful. Now this one is good, but let us quickly do something that will bring the beauty of this out. Now I want to do a fast walk. And how will I do that? Big here and say entire wall should be what I focus my attention on. Opening should be recognized. If there's no opening, I can say there's no opening, but I want to intersect with the wall. So intersection with wall is what I will focus my attention on. So now I'm going to be, can you see? So I'm going to use this one. So you see, anywhere that's going to be intersecting with wall, I'm going to make sure that all those things come in place for me. So this is just the first. So the remaining one, I'm just going to do one in an easy way. You see now. So things like that is more faster and more quicker. So like this, I'm done with this, so I can go back to individual that I know that okay, it's more option. So if there is any option for you again, like you want to do the opening aspect, so I'm not going to use wall intersection, just this one. It's going to give me the dimension for the opening. Now I have issue, this one take the opening from the middle, so I'm going back there and change that. I'm going to use the opening from the width, which is okay for me. So yeah, at my focus, I can do the same thing here. So do the same thing for the other side and do the same thing here. So for the unit that you are using in your area, this is more applicable. So like, so if that is individual, I will still go back to the individual references so that I'll be able to get overall dimension of the area in which I focus my attention on. So like this one now, from here to here to here. So I'll get the overall dimension. So the same thing here, overall dimension here. So the same thing I'm going to have here. So if I have a level dimension here, so come to this and come to the last face, which is this one. Understand? So I'll still go back there and get the overall dimension of the whole space. So you do the same thing of the opposite side as well. For dimension. So when you do that, now I have this one in place, which is good. But now what I need to do next is that I need to adjust some things based on I want to have a decimal. I want to have inches to reflect. So how will I do that? So press that UN again. So that the previous unit will pop up. Then you go back to the length of what you did. So you just this one and you say foot by inches. So fractional, you can just say by decimal places. So 0 decimal places is okay by you, but if there's no 1 decimal places, you can use that one. And then you say foot fraction inches. You understand now? Foot fraction inches. So you can use that one. You see what you have. So if you have it like this, depends on the area where you are. Whether you are in California or in New Jersey, different kind of trade involve the architecture in those areas. So this will help you out. So that's one. So anyway, you can still go back there again by say UN. So if that's been an issue with you, you can go back. So maintain your feet. Understand? So unit and symbol, you can use the unit, you can use any symbol. So you just like give that in position of your own word, of your own design. So all these things depends on the way you want to use them and how it's more beneficial to you. So this area, I'm going to say feet fraction, let's say fractional inches. So you can imagine this one too, you can use this one, fraction inches. So this is complete inches. So you're going to use inches completely. If your meter or your tape is in inches completely, this is a benefit. So depends on you, but I will encourage you to use the one that is more relatable to your environmental practice. So wherever you are practicing, whatever you are practicing in that place, it is what you should use. So it will be more benefit for you than any other thing. So that's what else in this area, and you can make sure that you use the whole thing in a real manner. So just click OK. Sorry, I want to use normal feet. I'm not using, so you can use so that you can have the unit around it. So you can imagine that you are seeing the units everywhere. So that is just it for this design. So now we have this in place. So let's quickly bring one sheet. So let's say sheet. So matrix A1. You can load if you have anyone to. So let me quickly get to where I have to load something there. DA. So like this. I need to go to millimeter matrix. Okay, library, then title block on. I can just bring anyone. Depends on what I'm using. So I'm going to use let me use a 3 blank here because of what I'm using in this area. You can use it for, but I'm going to use A3. Let me just use A3. It's uploading from the time I've been using it, so just say okay. So this is A3. So it depends on the way you want. In the next tutorial, maybe I'm going to teach you this one basically. So what you need to do is to drag and drop here, and then you have it fit in position. Alright, sir. This is the level of working. So level 1 working. That is what I show. So when you go to elevation, you have the same principle govern them. You can drag and drop the way you did in that place. But when you have this one, you can just like name this one with gate. Say elevation with gate. Now duplicate this and say duplicate with. So when you duplicate this one, you leave this one as elevation with what? South with gate. Let it duplicate completely, then you rename it. Say south with gate. Instead of saying copy south, just say with gate. With gate. Okay. So this second one now is what you are going to use. Just click on this and say you don't need them to be seen. So just say hide the elements. So it's gone. Hide the elements of this one as well. It's gone. So you can now work on this by manipulating them. So make sure that this one is what to reduce, crop the region and focus more on this. So when you click here, you drag this to the position. You click this one to you drag it again to this position. So you can click on this one and push it up. The reason why it's loading is because of the realistic level that is in the whole project is on. At this elevation particular one is on. I've never on shadow. So if you don't want to see all this grid, based on the representation you want to do, you can just hide the category and everything will come next. You understand? You can do the same thing too by hiding this category, and everything is going to be removed. So you toggle off this one and say you don't want the, and say fit. So this is what you have. Now if you want to present it that this is honorable, if you don't want to, you can just increase the graphics and enhance the background. I say none, gradients, and that's why I love using. So gradient, say okay, and say okay. You see now, so the beauty. So from here now you can just toggle the shadow and see how the whole thing looks like on this particular image. It's just like loading. Let it take its time and load finish. We get it there now and everything. Still like the shadow. So if you don't want to even see it, you can just like say hidden line. That's the only thing will come out as what we are seeing. So you can present this one by going back again to sheet and say new sheet. So background like this one and blank. So stretch this. Now you have to, this is what you are going to, so you drag this your elevation and drag it here. So that's the shadow. So now if you can increase this with this your scale, which is okay, by just clicking here and change the scale. If you are not using custom, you can use so I'm going to use this one because I've changed the inches to anything, so I'm going to just say 50 inches. 50. That is the scale. It's overtaking the whole. So I'm going to reduce that by say 60. I think this one now. But this is okay by me, so I can leave it in this way. And whatever I want to do more, I can work on it based on my own description. So you can come here now and change it back to double click and say change it back to reality. So that's just where it is, and you have your defined moment. So that's just time for watching. See you in the next tutorial.